Good morning, Facebook community. Welcome to today's Greenbelt at Home virtual program, Helpful Guided Hike to High Rock Park with Chris. That's me. For those of you who might be joining us for the first time, my name is Christopher Ricker, New York City Parks environmental educator here in the Greenbelt. And the Greenbelt Conservancy, in conjunction with New York City Parks, has been super excited that we've been able to continuously offer these virtual experiences to folks near and far from Staten Island. Today we are at High Rock Park, and right now I am standing in the Nevada Avenue parking lot. So off of Rockland Avenue, you can drive up Nevada Avenue, and the street dead ends here at High Rock Park at the Gretta Moulton gate. So once you find your spot, which you can see has been shoveled out, plowed out by park staff in the city, so it is accessible right now. Of course, beautiful days like this where it's a little bit spooky, as some of you might have mentioned, and has that Tim Burton Sleepy Hollow feel to it, is really a great time to come out and just enjoy the scenery. For those that are willing maybe to get a little wet, throw in a raincoat and come out. So today we're just going to explore a little bit of High Rock Park. For those of you who may never have been to High Rock before, this will be your introductory hike. For those of you who might have come to High Rock and spent time in the Greenbelt many a days, this could be just a fun opportunity to sit at your work desk, to sit at home. Whatever is going on or you're experiencing in your life, you can just kind of put that on the back burner and just enjoy being in this space. As I mentioned before, when you come up to Nevada Avenue, you're greeted by the Gretta Moulton gate. This gate is dedicated to Gretta Moulton, who, as you saw on that plaque before, was one of the activists, if not the activist, who assisted in 1965 in getting High Rock Park protected. I'm just going to give it a minute because I hear a car coming through here. Who is an integral part in making sure that High Rock Park was protected and not became developed into the Richmond Parkway by Robert Moses, because Gretta Moulton was an enthusiast of natural areas, a former Girl Scout and Girl Scout leader who worked up here at High Rock. So as you first enter the park, you will be greeted by New York City Park trailheads. And you can see our New York City branding, which is the leaf, followed by rules regarding just behaviors here in the Greenbelt. I'm just going to step off to the side because I believe a vehicle is passing. So again, as you're walking through New York City parks, sometimes there are roads, so be aware that there are vehicles that move through. Over on the right-hand side, after entering High Rock, you see a little interpretive sign articulating some of the amazing things you can see here at High Rock, whether it's plant, animal, mineral. As you walk up the High Rock Access Road, one of the first things you will notice after the beautiful trees and scenery is our kiosk. So these informative kiosks are designed to provide visitors with some information you'll need regarding the park. So it is a little wet out today. So if I'm a little fogging up, not only my glasses, but the camera as well. But on here is your welcome, policies regarding COVID, a map of the park itself, as well as a map that you could take out. So when we talk about leave no trace and plan ahead and prepare, here's the map provided. So we're going to take that map with us as we go out on our hike, just to make sure that we can always reference where we are in relation to the trails, trailhead, and the greater Greenbelt. If folks are interested in bringing their own lunch, these picnic tables are great locations to have lunch. Trash receptacles are provided, so please either trash your trash or pack out what you pack in. Heading down from the picnic tables, you'll notice these beautiful blazes. So all of our trails, all 35 miles of Greenbelt trails, are blazed and color coded. So here we are at the Lavender Trail, which is a very short loop that just goes around Loose Stripe Swamp and returns you back to this location. When reading trail blazes, we can see that we have 3 here in this triangle shape, which is telling us this is the start of the Lavender Trail. Moving forward, if I see a single blaze, I know that that means go straight. If I see a double like this going to the right, yeah, you all guessed it, that means that the Lavender Trail is going right, and then vice versa. It could be going left if it's in that direction. Again, some more spots to come take a sit, overlook Loose Stripe Swamp, which in the spring months are full of creeping spring peepers, gray tree frogs, insects, various birds utilize these wetlands in the Greenbelt. Some of them are year-round residents. Some are migratory birds that stop in for the winter or stop in for a drink and some food and continue on their journey. Just as today, we're continuing on our little journey here on this Greenbelt at Home virtual hike. So I think it's so cool right here, and I don't know if you can all capture it at home, but I can hear the roaring and gurgling of the water, the little estuary brook here underneath the snow. And even though I can't see its movement, I can hear it and almost feel it on this bridge. Man, what a wonderful day to be out on this hike. I'm so excited you all can join me today because the park is just super empty and quiet. This light mist blanketing the earth just makes me feel like I'm the last person in New York City right now. And over here we have a large glacial erratic, the big stone that was placed here by the Wisconsin Glacier. And this rock high up on the hill is how High Rock Park got its name. So when you're coming up here from Nevada Avenue, you're walking along the Lavender Trail, and if you just take a quick left at that first memorial bench, you'll see this beautiful high rock. Now I'm just gonna head back down this way because we're walking up a non-colored New York City Parks trail right now, but I want to get back onto the Lavender Trail so that you all can experience with me virtually a short hike that you can easily come with friends, family. It's short enough of a hike that folks that are a little bit older or younger can easily walk this on clearer days. Today you can see it's definitely slushy and wet, but I have some sturdy footwear on. For those of you who might need assistance with a little more balance, on snowy and wet days, things like yak tracks or even micro spikes can be helpful. And generally, if you're looking at, 6 to 8 inches, that's when a lot of people recommend snowshoes because it will keep you dry. It'll help to tamp down the trail and stop from post holing, which are these holes that are made when you have like 6 to 8 inches of snow with just a bare foot stepping in, and that hole freezes up at night and becomes a hazard for other hikers. So again, when we're visiting New York City parks, it's always important to plan ahead and prepare. Make sure you have proper clothing, you understand park hours, park rules, and you're checking the forecast so you're not surprised. Maybe you noticed as we're walking through, a lot of the leaves on these deciduous trees have fallen, but we have this explosion, this glorious rupture of golden brown yellow leaves on this beech tree. One of the most vibrant colors sticking out in an otherwise dark landscape. These leaves will remain until the tree starts budding in the spring. So again, a little bit of color in a bleak landscape up here at High Rock Park. For those of you who are joining us right now, welcome to Greenbelt at Home virtual programs. My name is Chris, one of the environmental educators here in the Greenbelt. And we're taking you on this helpful guided hike through High Rock Park so that whether you're in the car, whether you're in the office or at home, on this day you can join us on exploring this beautiful natural landscape right here on Staten Island. And here at the Greenbelt, a year and a half, 2 years, we've talked a lot about nature being resilient, and so are we. And so it's really important, especially in our current situation with everything going on in the world, to just take a moment to get outside and breathe fresh air, get the blood circulating through our body, air in our lungs, and just appreciate what we do have here in our community on Staten Island. And we lost service there for a second, which happens out here. So if you remember earlier at the start of our hike, when we were at the kiosk, not far from the entrance of Nevada Avenue, I grabbed the map All too often we rely on our electronics and devices in order to navigate our natural areas. So it's super important to not only rely on our electronics, because as you saw, my signal went out, but also to rely on our skills, our intuition, and the resources available to us. And we are back. So I apologize that we lost a little bit of service there during the hike, but that's what happens when we are in these outdoor spaces. Again, the Greenbelt Conservancy, in conjunction with New York City Parks, is super excited that we're able to continue to offer both these virtual streams on our Facebook page, along with some of our virtual content that is on the Staten Island Greenbelt YouTube channel. Over the next couple months, we're going to have in-person and virtual programs of all sorts for folks from all different walks of life. So whether you're a hiker, whether you're someone who's into nature crafts, whether you're someone that wants to get out onto our trails and help to steward and maintain our natural areas, we're going to have something for you. So currently, if you're interested in more of our programs, please follow us on our Facebook page, Instagram, and of course you can look up the registration for any and all of our events on Eventbrite. My name is Chris, New York City Parks Environmental Educator here in the Greenbelt. Thank you for joining me on this short virtual hike, and we will catch you out on the trail. Have a great day, everyone.